Clashers, what is happening? I am back here today. I want to share some replays with you guys. Trying out something a little bit different I want to share with you guys. Had a bunch of attacks that seemed to be pretty successful. And here's the attack log. So you've probably seen this online with maybe two of those root overgrowth spells and the invisibility spell with the champion. So to give you a sense of that, this is what the camp looks like with the spells. And I'm using that recovery spell to basically pull out the champion and save her for the attack later. So let's look at this one. The most recent one which is this one here. 6 of the invisibility spell. Only 1 freeze. Typically I'd like to take more free spells with me, earthquakes, but I've been trying this, and you could see, right? You could see that was 3 stars. That one wasn't so great. And then we got these other ones too. Pretty consistent ones there. So let's start with this one here. Now, not the most difficult base, Town Hall 16, like mine. Packed in kind of nice and tight. I'm always thinking about getting rid of that artillery, the eagle, before getting in. And I think in this case, the champion, I'm going to send her in from this side to try to come in, clean out some of this corner as much as possible. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Now, if you're doing this attack, the placement of the spells, of course, has to be. You have to be careful with that, right? Because if she's attacking a major defense, your placement's got to be pretty accurate so you don't cover the defense also. Now, I'm fairly new with this strategy. I don't use it too much. As I told you before, I don't like to take too much time with the games. I'm just kind of like coming in, smashing, grabbing. But, you know, I'm like, let me try it this time. But my tactic is still the same. Root Riders go after defenses. They're slow, but their hit points are high. If you spread them in a line, you basically give what's behind them cover. In this case, it's the super wizards. I like the super wizards. They're stronger, they're a little faster than regular wizards, and you have the transfer effect or whatever, right? The zapping effect that hits the adjacent buildings. That's why I love using super wizards. Here we go. 1 freeze. So now, because I only have 1 freeze, and that overgrowth kind of acts like a longer term freeze for me. And in this case, I mean, there's really no defenses on this side. I just kind of froze that to ensure they don't go after any defenses in that direction. They're forced to come towards the town hall. Okay. Activated the healing tome of the warden to counter that mega poison. Okay. So now they're not going that way. Now they're going that way. Anyway, it wasn't hard of a base, obviously. You know, it was packed in a little too tight. It was packed in tight like that. Easy peasy takedown. Didn't even use the poison spell. Let's check out the other one. Who was that guy? Andy L71. Dominic was another victim earlier today. Easy base. Town Hall 15. So again, you could kind of see where I would come from, right? This corner with the champion. to try to take out that Furno, that Eagle. Okay. King is there, his BK is there. Gotta be careful, dropping the spell to cover the fox also. Okay, alright. I could have maybe saved it for a little bit later, but there was an attack earlier where I screwed up, and I want to make sure that I take her out and save her for later. Watch the rest of this. Now, I get the Super Wizard coming off the side because now I could come in either from here, cover this line, or I could cover and come in from that line. Okay, no jump spells, right? 8 Root Riders, Valks, Super Wizards. Okay. I should be dropping. Okay, so that was a mistake right there. I should have dropped the Siege Barrack down and a couple of Root Riders down to give that wizard a little bit of coverage. So that wizard could have still been alive. Obviously, that's my bad. Even that was bad. Now, I remember this one, the reason I kind of came at a corner was because I was thinking, all right, let me bust through this direction from here to here through. That's why I came in at an angle. Now I remember. See, kind of, it'll funnel the heroes at least that way, right? Because heroes typically go after whatever's the closest to them. Poison dropped on his golems. Valks coming in. Valks with, oh, and did you notice this here? So I saved her and I paired her up with the spear. Now instead of using her later on with her ability, when I revive her outside, I use the spear for the long throw to take out defenses. So now you got basically kind of like a two-pronged attack, right? You got her on that side coming in. Those defenses are fairly weak. Main gang is coming over here. And there's still one invisibility spell left, which I'll probably save for her. I mean, at this point we don't even need it, but because again, weak, much weaker base. Because, I mean, I've 3-starred so many Town Hall 17s, which are a little bit, one level above Guapo. So these are easy work for me, usually. All right, let's see. What is next? So that was 1, 2. There's this Chinese guy. There's this guy. That one, I remember that one didn't go too great. Let's go back. Super Yetis, I've shown you guys Super Yetis before. Let's look at this first one against this dude here. Okay, Town Hall 17, but where's his monolith? He's got no monolith. I mean, you could tell this guy either rushed it or whatever, right? Pretty pathetic. And for some reason, I got a clone spell in there. This is when I had the wrong clan castle troops and spells. But it looks like it turned out to be 100% anyway. Now in this one, I'm thinking of coming in with the champion, most likely from this end. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, and notice, this was a mistake too, because not only I have the wrong spells as backup, but I didn't have the Spirit Fox with her to give her the cover, the extra invisibility cover. But Lassie is a stronger attacker. Okay. So her ability was used up. that's something else you try not to do. Don't use up her ability until later. Right? Mistake number 3. But you see how you got the funnel in for the Root Riders to come in. And his defenses are, you know, pretty weak, and he's only a level 1, Town Hall 17. Okay. Overgrowth there forces them to go this way. Healing Tome, they're all bundled up. Champion comes in from that side. BK is given cover for these wizards and the owl to do damage from this end. Queen's Magic Mirror, I mean, overkill. Way too easy. Boom, smashed. And I'll show you guys one more. 1, 2, 3. TMC Roy Jordy. This one. Poison and thing over there too. Oh yeah, this is a weak one too. So I'll show you guys this one later. 3-star, same tactics. I'm coming in from this side here. Take that eagle out. Get it. Well, might as well just show you guys right now. My girlfriend's giving me funny looks. So I think it's dinner time almost. All right, here we go. Yep, there's the cover. You see that? So I had her with the speed rage. Again, my thought process initially was, all right, let's use her to just quickly wipe out as much defense as possible back there, right? But later I'm like, wait a minute. Having her with the spear, I think, is better to use her as like a, you know, a second form of attack from a different side. Okay, so she's been taken out. Now what's nice is because she went inside, she triggered Black Dragon's castle, and now these guys are coming out and they're going to get poisoned. That siege barrack and the wizard and the P.E.K.K.A.s, right? That at least gives you a little cover. Interesting. Okay, P.E.K.K.A.s went this way because of that camp. That's why. P.E.K.K.A.s also attack whatever's closest to them. Least path of resistance. The hole's been made. Now, why overgrowth this side? Because these buildings are too far for the BK. Block this, forces BK and the troops and the heroes to go down the center, where I want them to go, right? That's the idea. Add more freezes with me here. Keep that under check as much as possible. That's all she wrote. Champion came back. There's a tornado trap. AQ's done. But again, it's just the forces are overwhelming. So consistently, this invisibility spell tactic is working. 4 of them, 6 of them. Depends how you want to play it. But I don't think 2 overgrowth spells are needed. I saw some videos with 2 overgrowth spells. Use Root Riders, Valks, Wizards. That's a really good combination. Heavy hitters coming in, plan it right, and then you got it. All right, hope you learned something. If this video helped you out in any way, if you want to see more tactics, shoot me some comments, smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, share this with your buddies, and I will see you soon.